Imagine proving a man innocent in court and then discovering the real killer was standing beside the defense the entire time. That's the kind of book Beyond Reasonable is. Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm talking about a legal thriller that honestly surprised me far more than I expected. At first, I thought Beyond Reasonable by Tanya T. Bist would be another courtroom mystery with clever lawyers, shocking twists, and dramatic cross examinations. But what I got instead was something much deeper. This book is not about murder, it's about truth. It's about certainty, it's about morality, and most importantly, it's about the terrifying gap between being not guilty and actually being innocent. And trust me, the story gets dark. The story follows Callum Reeve, a successful CEO accused of murdering Marcus Hale. Now, on the surface, the case looks strong. There is motive, there is evidence, there are suspicious conversations, a damaged relationships, financial pressure, and a prosecution team that genuinely believes they have the right man. But then the defense start digging deeper, and slowly the entire case begins to crack apart, not because the evidence is fake, and that is the genius of this book. The evidence is real, but the interpretation of the evidence start changing. And that's where the novel becomes absolutely fascinating. Most thrillers trying to shock you with twists, but this book does something smarter. It makes you question how humans decide what truth even is. The courtroom scenes here are amazing, not over dramatic, not unrealistic, not filled with Hollywood speeches. Everything feels controlled, intelligent, layered, and psychologically real. The lawyers do not scream, they think, and somehow that makes the tension even stronger. Every witness, every silence, every question, and every pause feel important. And honestly, the author's control over pacing deserve huge appreciations here because this book builds pressure slowly and carefully. It feels like watching a structure collapse one crack at a time. Now, let's talk about the characters because this is where the book becomes unforgettable. Saloni, the defense attorney, was probably my favorite character. She is calm, sharp, emotionally restrained, and incredibly intelligent. But what I loved most is that she feels human. She is not written like some perfect genius lawyer. She doubts herself. She questions morality. She struggles emotionally while still trying to stay professional. And then there is James. James is one of the most fascinating thriller characters I have read in a long time because he's not loud, he's not violent, he's not critical. He is terrifying because of how precise he is. The way he thinks, the way he notices patterns, the way he understands systems, everything about him feels controlled. And without spoilers, let's just say this book is completely changes your understanding of him by the end. What surprised me most is how philosophical this book becomes. This is not just who killed who. The novel constantly asks questions like, can evidence be manipulated without technically being fake? Can intelligent people unknowingly build false narratives? What happens when legal truth and actual truth are different things? And honestly, that moral complexity is what stayed with me after finishing the book because the ending does not leave you feeling victorious. It leaves you thinking. Tanya Mem's writing style is very controlled. She understands silence better than many thriller writers understand action scenes. Some of the hardest hitting moments in this book are literally just two people sitting in a room and talking quietly, and somehow those scenes feel more intense than action sequences. There are also so many incredible lines in this book. One of my favorite is, belief is not certainty, follow the evidence wherever it goes. That line basically summarizes the entire philosophy of this novel, and the final line absolutely devastating. If you want fast action every two pages, over the top drama, mindless twists, this may not be your book. But if you enjoy intelligent legal thrillers, morality complex characters, psychological tensions, layered storytelling, slow burn suspense, emotional realism, then this book is absolutely worth reading. This book genuinely feels like the author put enormous care into the courtroom realism, the emotional psychology, the dialogue, the pacing, and the thematic depth. And honestly, by the end, the story stops feeling like a thriller and starts feeling like a study of truth itself. For me, this is easily one of the smartest legal thriller I have read recently and definitely a book I will remember for a long time. If you enjoy deep psychological thriller and courtroom dramas, don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel. Go and grab this book, Beyond Reasonable by Tanya T. Bist, available on Amazon.